Hey boys and girls, it's Dirty Watch 75 bringing you, yes, the GLC Podcast once again. I'm here with my number two, my partner in crime. It's the Gareth Bay Madman. Yes, it's the GLC Podcast, only found here at www.GamersLeagueCentral.com. Welcome to the madness.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
Splendid, Chief, splendid.
So what have you been up to, Ewok, since last week?
Well, do you know what? It doesn't seem like it's been a week. It really doesn't. It only feels like we've done this just like the other day. This week has gone incredibly fast for me. I'm enjoying the new job. The body is slowly getting used to getting up at 2:30 in preparation to work.
Ooh, I hate that.
But it's it fits what's going on with my situation just now, and it's I'm done by 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. But it's a graft. I'll be honest, it's a graft. I'm not doing the baking. I'm sort of delivering for the bakeries. But it's definitely a runabout. It's non-stop.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just doing pretty well. Good. It's been a busy week gaming, leading up to the weekend, which obviously we're bang in the middle of. Generally, things have been going very well, apart from my dogs. I think my dogs are losing the plot. I'll be honest. No.
They just follow their master.
Well, random barking at weird, times of night, and there's no one out front. We check. There's no one at the back. The older one, I think he might be starting to sort of lose it, but he's not that old, to be honest with you. But yeah, he's
You do know that
you just start barking at nothing.
Well, animals have a keen sense. They might be able to sense somebody that's there that's not actually there.
Do you know that I've got a funny story about that? Many moons ago, I was babysitting for my head chef at the time. He got out with the missus, and they had a little West Highland Terrier, a little Scotty dog. But what Mike failed to tell me was that he doesn't like shadows. I didn't know anything about it, so I've stood up, I've walked across, got myself a cup of coffee and stuff like that. I walked back down, and anytime I moved, the dog was in front of me, going absolutely, like teeth snarling, drooling. I'm thinking, fucking dog's losing the plot here. And all it was my shadow on the wall behind me, and that's what it was. But things I didn't know. So I spent the whole night thinking, what's this dog seeing? This dog is seeing something that I can't see. So that's when Mike walked in. I was like, mate, you got to tell me what's going on. He's like, oh yeah, it doesn't like shadows, mate. I was like, thank God for that. I thought there was like somebody else or something else in the room with me for the whole night. I couldn't sit at peace, mate. Honestly, I couldn't sit at peace. Now, I think, to be honest with you, I think you've had a better week than I have. Beyond to be quite frank, I think you've had a better week than I have, and I think you should share it with our avid audience, our avid listeners.
Well, it doesn't really make it a better week, but last week, if you listened, of course, I was still in the midst of searching for a new place to live, a new apartment or flat, as you guys would say over there. So I finally got lucky. I found a place to live, but it's cheaper. But not only did I just get, I get lucky to find it and get a cheaper rent and stuff like that. Where I was able to move to is probably the best part of the whole thing, because it's actually the apartment below my son and daughter-in-law and my granddaughter. So I will be living below my granddaughter, so I will be able to spend more time with her.
That is awesome news, mate. That truly is. But you do know now that you're going to get lumbered with all the babysitting.
No, they won't do that. As they won't. No,
right.
They won't.
Anybody who's listening to this, right, who has kids who are grown up, right, who is a grandparent, right, you know fine well, and you probably disagree with Gala here, right, that you will undoubtedly get lumbered with the granddaughter, which I'm sure it's not a burden for you. You're gonna love it, but yeah, you'll become galley daycare. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh well, shit happens.
Oh, not honestly. I think that's awesome news, mate. Because you got a bit down recently with the whole, the job you're doing and um, the limited time you had with family and gaming and everything else like that, mate.
Mhm.
Obviously, family being the more important thing. So I think, for me, I think it's just fantastic news. I really do.
Well,
I
thank
think
you.
it's, and do you know one thing? I think we're going to see a change in you.
And me.
Personally, I thought, yeah. I mean, obviously, we do the chat and stuff in here, but I think myself, I think everyone else will see a change to you because the pressure you're going to have of squeezing all your socializing and gaming into 2 days, it's going to be gone. You're going to be a bit more relaxed,
soon,
a bit more time to yourself, and
yeah.
yeah, I think it's going to be quite interesting.
I'm looking
to see
forward to it.
The new you.
More time on the archery range with my bow. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be happy.
Oh yeah, because that's what we're here to talk about, isn't it?
What? My archery?
Yeah. You playing rock. I was going to say, yeah. I saw that post you put on Facebook. It was like the Call of Duty cover, but it was with an archer. Yeah, I thought it was quite cool actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see? Oh, did you see the post that I tagged you in?
The poster you tagged. Oh yes, I did. Yes.
It's like archery. It's like paintball but it's archery.
Yes. Actually, that's a big thing coming around. It's very similar to what you get with like paintball. And of course, it was very limited the way you could do it. But the company that runs it did send out. They've pretty much made it big news now that they are now shipping globally, and it's going to be a global event. You should be able to at some point soon, probably more towards larger activities, larger areas, or tourist places. But you'll be able to do the paintball archery just like you can paintball around places. So it's starting to catch on, and it looks like a lot of fun. And if I find a place nearby to do it, yeah, I'd probably do it.
I can't help but think it's going to be quite a slow game. I think
no.
not many people are going to get hit because if you look on YouTube and stuff, there's videos of it. When you see the size of like you got the arrow and this big bulbous thing at the end, it's not like you can't see it coming. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not unless you got a whole line of archers just like the old days, just firing arrows up into the sky and raining terror upon your opponents. Yeah, you're going to see it coming. And I think if you get a headshot with that, I think the person who receives the headshot should be banned from playing it because it's not the smallest thing in the world that's coming at you.
It's about the size of probably a racquetball ball. No, it's probably about the size of a racquetball ball. Smaller than a tennis ball, but about it's about the size of a racquetball.
Yeah. Yeah, so I thought you like that. I came across it totally by accident as well.
I've actually seen the videos on it previously before that a little while back, but it was pretty cool. But I was just like, yeah, okay. But it wasn't really something that was really something you could go do at the time. So it was a unique thing. But now, like I said, the company's going to be doing global shipping of the equipment and stuff like that. So you'll be able to see more of it around in different countries and stuff like that to be able to go do it now. Because I mean, to be honest with you, because over there in the UK, you guys, of course, you don't have the Second Amendment over there to where it allows you to sit there and purchase an armory of guns all you want, like you can over here. So I think archery is probably even more popular over there than it is here because it's probably one of the very few weapons you're allowed to have.
Well, airsoft. I used to do airsoft.
I'm not talking about airsoft. I'm talking about actual weaponry that can kill people.
I can kill people with airsoft if you throw the weapon at them. I was gonna say I've been doing. I found myself doing this quite a lot. Okay, and I didn't really think about it. and I just happened to think about it today when I came across a very, very strange clip. Just YouTube surfing. So just click a video on YouTube, whatever it is, just click a video, and then down the side you'll have all these just, randoms, and just randomly just click away, right? After about an hour, because people go on YouTube, you don't spend like 5, 10 minutes. You find you're on there for an hour, sometimes longer, just watching just crap, right?
Yeah.
And if you just do random, you'll be amazed where you find yourself. I found myself, some Indian guy making art out of toenails he'd saved up and stuff. I'm thinking, what the fuck? Wait, I'm thinking, why would anybody watch this? But the thing was, right, I watched it from start to finish. It's about 9 minutes, right? And I thought, this is just weird. This is really, really weird. So yeah, I have these little space where I go on YouTube, but for nothing to do. I have all the intentions in the world of going on there for, a couple of minutes, I'll watch a couple of things, and then it's like, I don't know, you find yourself just absorbed into it. Needless, wasting needless minutes of your life just on YouTube.
Yeah.
It tends to happen. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can waste a lot of time on YouTube.
Yes.
But anyway,
so
let's get this show on the road. We're not here to talk about personal lives or personal hobbies. But we've said our hellos, and our third member of our trio is Dina. So Dina, go ahead, say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, you naughty girl. You naughty girl.
She's here to help with our sound effects that we do when we do them. Although Ewok complains about them.
No. only certain ones, like that one.
That's because you want to be sleeping.
Has Dina had a shower? Because she smells a lot different than she did last week. Obviously, she wasn't wrapped in the dog's blanket. Right, let's kick this off. Right, let's kick this off.
What do you want to talk about first?
Wildlands. Tom Clancy's Wildlands beta.
Oh, jeez, what are you going to give another review to get bombasted about?
No, that was the honor with it. Yeah. I kind of put a post on Facebook and I got launched into. You know what I mean, seriously, all I said was a button basher, and that opened me. Yeah. People question my ability to fucking play a game. Piss off, mate. Anyway, so Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. We'll talk about it quite a bit. Yes, it's another Ubisoft, so inevitably you've got the sort of the dumbing down the graphics, but not as much as expected, to be honest. The beta started yesterday, the closed beta, and ends tomorrow. I know a few lads I was talking to on Xbox had applied and still didn't get their codes. They're all pissed off about it. Now, the game itself it looks all right. Yes, it's a beta. It's smooth. The helicopter controls are horrendous. I mean, shockingly bad. If you thought it was hard to fly a helicopter in GTA, get yourself on Wildlands. It's really quite challenging.
Who would find that hard? Flying a helicopter is hard in Battlefield, not GTA. GTA is insanely easy.
Battlefield's easy, man. Easy in Battlefield.
Battlefield's not easy to fly a helicopter.
Oh, fuck it. Yes. Piss. Yeah. I can throw it like a madman on Battlefield, yeah.
Fuck you.
Just shot yourself. Okay. I like that one. But yeah, it's been coming for a while, and I've been on about it, and after playing the beta, I still don't know if I'm going to get it. There's one element that's missing that the whole community's picked up on, is there's no cover system. You can't like hug a wall or whatever. You basically just have to duck.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people who don't like cover systems.
Yeah, but the way the game plays, there's a lot of stealth, play to it as well. You need a cover system, or else you can't see what's going on. You can't do your stealthy approach because you can't peek around corners and stuff. There is a kind of a lean thing you can do with the weapons. But apart from that, the customization of the weapons is really good. The selection of weapons is fantastic. And it's completely open. You can go anywhere you want. But in saying that, what I've found is going from point A to point B isn't necessarily the quickest. It's not. You find yourself just hijacking a car and taking it off road. It's like a scene out of Ace Ventura, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, where he's just going off road with the car. So it's a game to look out for. Let's see what happens after the closed beta. Let's see if they manage to fix all the stuff. I'll definitely be looking out for it and seeing what they're going to do with it. And we'll go from there. Yeah, go from there. So that's my.
See how easy it is to silence him?
I don't know what was coming after it. 3 shots. Okay, yeah. So that's what. So gaming wise, that's where I'm at this week with the old games.
Okay.
Gary's got anything for you? But you probably talk about fucking Destiny on him.
No. Please, if there's one game I'm going to talk
about. I know you're going to talk about this. Hello. Yeah. Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh, the new trailer has dropped for Mass Effect just recently.
I haven't seen it.
And they go into a lot more detail into what the purpose of the mission is, who the enemy is. You finally get to meet your enemy. Oh my God, this game is just going to. It's just going to take everything that's great about Mass Effect and roll it into this massive game that, I mean, you've still got your class, your race classes that you had in Mass Effect 1, which of course you brought with you, or 1, 2, and 3 from the trilogy, which you brought with you on your mission. You're a Pathfinder blazing the trail into this new galaxy, and you bring with you have an Asari, you have a Krogan, and actually the more prominent in this game than was in the first trilogy, because you didn't actually see one until the third game, but you actually have a female Turian on your team. So like I said, if you haven't seen that new trailer yet for Mass Effect Andromeda, where they show you more of the mission you're on and why you were sent there and where you were going and who the new enemy is, definitely go check that out, because it's filled with so much more information that just makes me happy. That's all I can say, is I just cannot wait when we've only got.
Well, we know it makes you happy, yes.
What do we got? Today is the February 4th. So
yes, it is.
We only got to wait till March 21st, first day of spring, for Mass Effect Andromeda to drop. So definitely, for me, I'm going to give that one
thumbs up.
I'm going to give that one 5 shots up.
Oh, it's just a new rating system. I like this. I've not even played 2 or 3 yet. I downloaded them all. I said the week. I've not even played 2 or 3 yet. I should do it really, shouldn't I?
You have to.
I know. I got.
Spend a whole week on that.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to move on to Xbox Live. Let's get this one out of the way.
Let's get it out of the way, because it's pissing me off.
Yeah. Well, in case it's listening, it's doing us okay just now. Last week, me and Gally, we had to split the podcast. That's how it ended up being so long, because we've done a little bit. Xbox Live decided just to fist us with no warning, and crash the party. So we had to take it up again. Hence the reason why it kind of overran into the marathon that it was. The preview program, which I used to be a part of. Are you still part of that, Gally? No.
On one of my Xboxes, yes. On my Xbox One S, I am.
Yeah, it's I used to be in it, and it was all right. You obviously get to preview stuff, but to be honest with you, do you need to get it previewed? You don't. You made a point tonight, Generation, saying they should just drop it when it's ready.
Yeah.
Try to get rid of this preview stuff, because
it's causing more problems with Xbox Live altogether.
Yeah. A multitude of people having so many problems with this preview stuff. I started getting problems. That's why I got rid of it. Now, getting rid of it's not as easy as you think, because you have to completely reset your Xbox, like factory settings. Which means you need an external hard drive to pull all your stuff, all your games off, any data.
You don't have to. It just makes it easier, so you don't have to re-download them all.
And then, and then obviously start your Xbox as if you just take it out of the box again. It's a pain in the arse, but it worked, and all the issues I was having seem to have vanished. But that's my issues. The problem we're having now is the biggest one is the Xbox parties. If the volume's not going up and down, you've got people connecting, disconnecting, random people coming in,
not just disconnecting from parties. They're disconnecting from games.
Games, yeah. It's the whole.
It's the whole of Xbox Live that is just getting. It's getting
Microsoft
too screwed up with all the different. You've got. And there's a lot of people in the preview program, and there is just so many people in it. So you've got, half of, and I'm sure there's probably more, but you're looking at half the people with the new preview UI. You still have the other half of people still running the old UI, plus all the problems that were created with the party systems and the Xbox Live system itself that were created a while back that were never really fixed to begin with. I mean, come on. It's becoming so muddled up on the Xbox Live system that it's just, I hate to say it, but it's the one thing we used to have over PlayStation. Okay, PlayStation 4 is a great console. I am not going to take away from it. It still needs work on the controller. Even though the controller itself was greatly improved, it's still not as good as a controller as Xbox One. But that's what Xbox is now only being left with as being better than, because the whole Xbox Live system is just failing. And now when you have PlayStation beating us when it comes to online connectivity and online experience, that's just freaking unacceptable.
Well, see, I think when it comes to parties, as in the functionality and the control you have over a party, I think Xbox lead the way there. However, the stability of the parties is degraded so much. Let's accept 16.
Not for long.
You can get 16 people at a party, and it's not stable anymore.
It's not going to be like that for long with the new update. If anybody has read the new update for the PlayStation that's coming out in the next month or two, they're getting reworked notifications. They're getting reworked. The whole system is getting reworked. They're getting external hard drive support. The PlayStation is turning. PlayStation is turning into what the Xbox used to be.
We can guarantee I'll be getting external hard drive.
Oh, same here.
Getting games. Now, the one thing, this is a major thing that's been going for years. This PS3, PS4 is download. Now, I found this little thing on YouTube. The guy says, do this, blah, blah, blah. IP address, do all this stuff. And what it should do, it should increase your download speed. Because you find people like myself who have a fantastic connection, really do. But when it comes to downloading a game, what will take you, say, 2 hours on Xbox will take you 24 to 26 hours, possibly longer on PlayStation.
Yeah.
For whatever reason,
PlayStation is much slower.
There's a technical reason for it. It's so slow. It's for a next-gen console, right? The power this little thing has. Okay, and we're not talking about my fucking penis here. The power this little thing has, right? It should be operating, along the same lines as Xbox.
And that's the funny part. That is the funny part with the whole PlayStation, Xbox thing when it comes to downloading, because that is my experience. All of my games, and I've downloaded the same game on both systems. Xbox One always downloads them faster. I think, what is it? Use a large game like Destiny. My Xbox will download the full game of Destiny in less than 30 minutes. Okay? It takes almost 2 hours to do it, the PlayStation 4. And I've done them both. I play Destiny on both systems. So, yes, I do know what I'm talking about. I've done it. You may have a different experience. I don't know. But I do get over 100 megabytes a download for download speeds. Okay, so I have a very fast connection. I don't know why
So I'm
it
on
is or what it
75.
does it. But here, the funny part is, though, when it comes to buying discs, why is the Xbox so goddamn slow installing a game?
Pass. I don't know. I really don't know because I mean,
It's ridiculous.
to be honest with you, they're pretty much identical. You know, with a couple of different specs
Little
there, but they're
differences,
pretty
yeah.
much the same fucking machine. Yeah. So we shouldn't be having the issues that we're having.
No. It's
but, you know,
becoming ridiculous. And now, of course, you got Xbox One S, PlayStation Pro. It's like, they're milking everybody. Yes, I bought the Xbox One S only because I got it for free. So, after I traded in, I got it for free. So, okay, I got it. But it's just, and now, we've got Project Scorpio at the end of this year. It's just like, you know what? You're giving us systems that you should have freaking given us to begin with. And this is bullshit.
Yeah. Okay, so we've beat up Xbox Live and we've talked about PlayStation. I came across a song, right, on YouTube actually, a wee while back, but I found myself quite addicted to it. The original is by,
Is it
I believe,
Pen, Pineapple, Apple, Pen?
No, have you seen how many versions that there is?
Yes, I have.
Is that kind of smack? There's now an animated version of it.
I know.
Fucking hell. Pen, pineapple. Oh, just don't start me. Right.
Pen, Pineapple, Apple, Pen.
Oh, fucking shut up. Right, yes. The original was by Simon and Garfunkel, I believe. Sound of Silence.
Yeah.
Now, I've listened to the original and I don't like it. It's not that sort of thing. Now, there's a
remake.
A band.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a band called Disturbed.
Yes. Heavy metal.
And I came across them. Yeah, a wee while back actually.
If you don't know who Disturbed
and
is, they're a group that did songs like "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor."
And I'll be honest with you, I am addicted to this song.
Everybody seems to love that song.
It's really strange how you can just take the words of a song and just rework the score, and how it'll have a completely different kind of vibe or even a different story to it.
I had the same experience with Five Finger Death Punch when they remade the song "Bad Company." It was so incredible what they did with that song.
Yeah, I mean it's see, there's a guy over in the UK, you may have heard him, called Callum Scott.
Yeah, he won. Well, he didn't win, but he got the golden buzzer from Simon on a.
Yeah, he's got a single out there now. He's got a single out now, right?
He's got a great voice.
But the original, who did the original now? I can't remember. But his edition song that's now a single is amazing. But the original was kind of.
What is it? Dancing on My Own.
Yeah, that's it.
It was originally done by Robin.
Was done. Robin.
It was done by Robin,
now,
and it's actually Robin's
version,
is a little bit faster. Callum slowed it down a little bit.
Yeah, but it doesn't have a. You listen to it, but you don't really take in the words, and and then all he went the X Factor, and he done his edition, his own version of it. And
that was Britain's Got Talent, not X Factor.
Yeah. All of a sudden, it had this punch. It had this whole different new meaning to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's another song I shouldn't be. So I just, if it's on the radio, if I'm in the van in the morning, delivering my rolls, it's on full blast.
Have you heard his version of Diamonds in the Sky?
No, I haven't actually.
Oh, you should listen to that. That's a very good. He does a very good rendition of that one. From I forget who the original.
He's got a fantastic voice.
I want to say Adele's the one who originally did Diamonds in the Sky, but I might be wrong.
Don't know. Diamonds in the Sky. Could have been.
I think it was Adele, but I could be wrong.
We're old. We don't know. We're just trying to sound hip by talking about up.
Yes, I am a former DJ when it comes to not on the radio, but I've done I've DJ'd weddings and bar get-togethers, karaoke gatherings and bars. So yeah, I used to own my own DJ company. So
I was an MC. All mates were DJing back in the day in the 90s, rave music, and I was an MC. Did a bit of DJing myself. Here's a weird one for you, right? My wife, right? This is how fucked up this is. Yeah, Yoli. I DJ'd. Oh shit! I DJ'd at her wedding to her first husband. Yeah. How
Oh my
mad's that?
god!
That is mental.
Wow.
Yeah, there was a guy called Stuart who's owned the whole kit and stuff. But he had this habit of getting drunk, getting absolutely smashed, and he wanted to have a good time because her
Oh,
ex
you mean
was
like every day was Hogmanay?
so. So he come out, see what I come do this wedding. I said, yeah, why not, mate? Why not? And I went down on the wedding. Obviously, little did I know at the time what happened, but yeah. So I did do that one.
So needless to say,
crazy.
Ewok walked away with the bride.
Oh, many years later, but yeah. That was a bit of a crazy
That's
one.
what kind of an impression you made.
Yeah. All right, so that's the music out the way. That's the music out the way. Where are we? Right. So yes.
Let's get into project cars here for a minute. We just ran our
get out of the way. Right,
yeah.
get out of the way then.
We ran our GT3 league tonight, and again, this is where we were having problems with Xbox Live, between people getting booted out, losing their connections. We had one racer who was one of our faster racers. He literally got disconnected from the game 2 laps before the end of the race. I mean, that
sucks ass.
Yes, and
Truly
this is getting ridiculous with Xbox Live. But we're not going to talk about Xbox Live about this. What we're going to be talking about is we understand that there's issues and there's glitches. A lot of stuff is beyond our control. We can't control whether you're going to get a glitch.
Yeah.
And sometimes, yes, the glitch is not having anything to do with Xbox. Sometimes it is your router, and you need to reset your router. And what you need to do, and what a good thing to do is beforehand. You're getting ready to go race for the night. Reset your router beforehand. Sit there, unplug it, totally disconnect the power from it, and let it sit there for about a good minute, and then power it back on, and then reconnect it. And what that'll do is that'll clear out the cache, and it'll help with your connection. Do a hard reset with your Xbox, so that way that cache is cleared out, and hopefully this will help stem some of the problem, or rid us of some of the problems, or help with some of the problems. But that's just good information for you to have to do these things, because unlike playing things like Battlefield or Call of Duty, or FIFA, a lot of these games where you can just jump in with your friends. Racing games, it's not like that. You get disconnected from the multiplayer, you're out of the race, period. There's no getting back in to finish the race. So I just say try and and just do the best you can to try and help alleviate some of those issues. And that's what I recommend you doing. Now, we did have a complaint tonight. It wasn't really a complaint. He's not complaining, but he's saying
it was constructive feedback.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
He was commenting about the seriousness of the racing when it comes to GLC, and yeah, we are. I'm not going to apologize for that, and neither is anybody else, because that's what we're there to do. I'm sorry if that's not the kind of environment you're looking for. I'm sure there's other places for you to go race that have that type of environment. But yes, GLC, we are serious about our racing. We still have a good time to a point. When it starts becoming disruptive, yes, we try and quiet it down, because people are racing, they're concentrating, and they take it seriously. But that, unfortunately, that's the way we are here. And again, we're not going to apologize for it, but we're sorry to see people go if that's just too much for them. But you're always welcome into where we do our social events, where it is nothing but just screwing around and having fun. But league nights, yes, GLC is a serious competitive environment. And if you're listening to this and you're somebody who's interested in joining GLC when it comes to racing, and whether it be Forza or Project Cars or even F1, that's the way GLC is. We are a serious competitive and leagues, and that's the way we act.
Yeah, we try and take it to a level where you want to do well, and you want all the practice that you're putting in to be rewarded. That is why I mean, I think when the guys in Forza, I think even they're doing the quiet lobbies. The last time I played before I moved over to P cars, where practicing that, it's social, you can have a laugh, blah blah. And it comes to qualification, it's like it's race head on, serious head on, race chat, no mucking around, within reason. And I mean, I think when it comes to P cars, the intention we have is to try and make it as close as we can, within reason, to sim racing. As much the console as we can get out of the console. It's not a PC. It's never going to perform, as well as a PC. However, we're going to do what we can to make that environment as realistic as we can. But that doesn't take away from, the people who race Forza. They are as competitive, if not, as competitive at the same level with the game that they're choosing to play. I used to race it. Gally used to race it. And at the time, it was a fantastic game for us. It was. I thoroughly enjoyed it. There was always loads going on. Races were fast, hard, loads of battles, and it was fun. But even then, parties were quiet during the race time, and there's a reason for that. So it's not like we're dumbing down other games. It's just the way we operate.
Yep, it's just the way we operate. We apologize if us being that way, and the members that we have in the GLC and the leagues, that's how we want to race. So I mean, if it's not for you, it's not for you, and I'm sure there is more out there. There's something out there for everybody, but what we're out there to do is race. We enjoy racing, and that's what we want to do.
Yeah. Okay. This weekend's. So we've just had week 4, Brno in Czechoslovakia, which was an interesting race with the fog. Now, next week, just to let you know, there's no Indy racing next week.
There is tomorrow, but none next week. But of course, you'll be listening to this after we already raised it, so forget what I just said.
No, they're listening to this Wednesday, isn't it?
Yeah, but we'll have already raced Monaco on the Indy cars.
Yes.
So after when you listen to this, the weekend coming up, there won't be any Indy cars.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So we're going to run a cup. We're going to be running a cup. Now, we're going to be running on Bathurst. We're going to be doing 30 laps. We're going to be starting at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. Depending on how we go here.
That's in game. That's in game, not
in
game.
Yeah, in game. Yeah. The reason I say 7 or 8 is we've done our race tonight at 9 a.m. and because it's the winter months, it's still quite dark. Depending on the car we choose, if it doesn't have lights, then it's not going to be very well. But I'm tempted to go for the V8s. Now the V8s can be a bit of a handful.
Do it.
I'll say a bit of a handful. They are a handful. If we can get set ups and what have you, squared down, it might be a V8, 30 laps. There'll be compulsory 2 pits on this one. Details will go up on the website for everybody to see before it's up. So obviously we just eyes up on that one there. That one trips, and that'll be the cup. And then after the cup's done, the following week we will carry on with the Indy season, which is going quite well actually.
Yes,
it's going quite well.
Also,
really
to add to this, what we're looking for, we're looking to add another event to the Project Cars during the week, which of course I can't be part of because of my schedule, but we would actually like to start a stock league. which means no tuning of cars. The cars that are chosen have to be run stock and so forth. So if you are listening to this and you're somebody who either is already part of the Project Cars Racing or want to be part of it, we're thinking maybe a Monday or a Thursday. That's where we still have room. Let us know what you think about that. If you're listening to this, you're listening to it on YouTube, so there is comments down below. So feel free to leave a comment down below on whether you're interested or not. But yeah, a stock league. Let us know what you think.
I mean, obviously, Guy will do it. I won't be. However, that doesn't mean you're not going to get the full commitment of support from myself and Gally, and the GLC admin. We're here to help.
I'll help you run. I'll help run whatever they need run for the league.
And also, this goes for PCAR. This goes for any game really. If you want to organise an event, speak to us admins. That's what we're here for. We're here to help you.
If you're somebody in Forza, you talk to Merlin Mao. Yeah. FIFA, you really can't. And actually, there's some news coming out about GLC right now. You know what? Let me look and see here. Let me see if our fearless leader is up. He is not available right now. Darn, that sucks.
We're gonna pull him in, weren't we?
I was thinking about pulling him in real quick. He's only playing Arc. You know what? Let me. I'm gonna invite him anyway. Let me see what he'll do. See if he'll come in. Let's try this.
You gonna try this?
I'm gonna try and invite him in. See what he'll do.
We've done this before, and it was an ambush. This is not going to be an ambush. This is Merlin Mal has some information, key information to do with the GLC, that's going to affect everybody. To be honest with you, in a positive manner. As the GLC breeds and gets bigger and develops, you have to tinker with things to make things work for what's happening at that time within the GLC. So the admins and the owners are constantly looking at GLC and figuring out, what's effective, what's not effective, and what makes things work efficiently for all members involved. So Mal, you there?
Hello, sir.
Hey, Mal.
Mal is here.
He's
Mal,
here.
you've just joined us on the podcast, mate. Just be aware.
Okay.
We've brought you in here. We've just brought you in because we didn't want to be the ones to try and describe what the new GLC is going to be looking like. So we figured we'd bring you in here and we'd let you give a quick overview of what to expect with the new GLC.
Yeah, excellent. GLC has always been strong on FIFA, and Race Club has grown extremely rapidly and got stronger and stronger to the point where it covers several games on Race Club now. Mm-hmm. Project Cars has gone amazing. Forza's held its own through time and just keeps getting strong again. And F1 League's in its first season, and we've already had to split into two tiers. And we're continually looking at trying to cater for all the gaming needs and what people are into. We're always looking around to see what other games we can support. We've spent, since GLC started, we've worked hard on Call of Duty. We've run leagues, we've run cups, but people are so pissed off with the game. And they've all got this feeling that COD clans are dead. And we fought and felt that the right thing to do was to focus on things that are going to work for GLC, and we don't feel that COD is. So we're refocusing. All our attentions are going back into Race Club and FIFA, and GLC will now be known as that dual mode, if you like, where FIFA and Race Club is what we do. In support of that, we're still looking at bringing other interests, games that members are into, and that'll be in the form of a members page. We're going to be having an activity wall on there, so members can talk, post pictures, videos, anything they want, and we're going to highlight in a small way other games. People can register to show that they play that game, and then they can look to see other people that are playing it and find people to join in with. And each month we're going to feature a game.
It sounds like you're kind of stealing kind of a setup of what the new clubs are like on Xbox.
To be honest with you, I feel like suing them because they've stolen the idea that we've been working on for a time.
I've got a question.
We waited and waited. The new COD come out and it showed a lot of promise, and teams were going to come in and clans were going to get back because good old COD's back because it's boots on the ground, remastered. But it just didn't happen. Not how we wanted it to.
Yeah.
Not to make it worth it.
Do you think that the modernization of Call of Duty has led to its I'm going to be bold and say to its death? Everyone thought that when Call of Duty 4 Remaster came out, it'd be everyone picking up back where it used to be, everyone would be all over it. But even in the remastered edition, they changed the weapon sounds. They sound very tinny now. They don't have that punch they had in the original. Do you think the modernization is killing the franchise, and they're concentrating more on the pounds and the pennies, rather than what the actual gaming community wants?
I got into COD's Black Ops 1, and that's where I first built Monkey Clan, which led to other websites, which led to GLC. And it was just a case of just kept getting to know so many good people that loved playing the game. And it was all about, you couldn't help but find loads of people because loads of people were playing the game and loving it. And Black Ops 2 come out, people started feeling a bad vibe then, but it was still a great game. Ghost come out and that was a terrible flop. Other CODs come out since. But to be honest with you, once they went past Black Ops 1, I think they put themselves on course that they had to see through. And I think they've done that now. They've gone into space. And I think they had to finish that migration where they were gradually moving it further in time.
Yeah.
It's cost them dearly. A lot more people are on Battlefield than COD at this time. So they've really done themselves a serious injury here.
They should have never went past Vietnam. Once you go past the Vietnam era, it always seems to be, except for a certain amount. You had the original Battlefield 2; those were good, and then, like I said, you said with the Black Ops 2, the more present time. It's the future editions of these games that are really killing it.
It's because you've got no reference, because it's all make believe, isn't it? As long as it's something that's current or past, you've got a reference for it, so you can kind of understand it. I mean, you mentioned Ghost there, Mal, and I think as a game, if you take away what it looked like, for me as a game, I thought Ghosts, the campaign was terrible. Multiplayer, I thought it was a good game. It's still on my Xbox. I think what they really messed up there was it was the first Call of Duty to be released on the Xbox One. And for whatever reason, they made a huge decision not to have it, next gen graphically. It still looks like a 360 game.
That's because it was on the 360.
The biggest problem longevity, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of games that come out and members come up and say, feature this game. So we do. We build a page. We get us. You guys know. You've been there working with me on this. Look at the golf. There's a number of games. We set leagues up. By the time we get into it, the novelty's worn off and the longevity's not there, and they've stopped playing it.
Yep.
It's really weird you mentioned the golf there, actually, because I think I mentioned the other day about it was something like £15 or free or something, was it? Everybody got it. Everyone played it for about 2-3 weeks, and then everyone's like, nah.
We did half a season, if you like.
Yeah.
But that's the bigger problem on Xbox. So many good games out now that people jump on, and People are spending time on games that they never used to spend a lot of time on. You have your normal games, naturally, and COD used to be one of them. You knew people would buy it and just be on it forever.
People
But that's not
queue
the
at
case
midnight.
anymore.
No.
I used to be one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot
But
of people were.
Project Cars, people now realise that Project Cars is fixed and it's a good game. And Forza, even though they're still letting us down a bit with not really paying attention to it and they're making it the game it should be, it's still a fantastic game. When you get a bunch of people on it in a lobby racing, it's really great fun. FIFA, the last 2 FIFAs, it's improved, but there's still things that ain't quite right. But longevity's there. You keep coming back and putting that game back on, and that's what it's all about. It really
So what's
is
your
simple as
hope?
that.
So what's your hope for? Because you're big on your Forza, Mel. What's your hope for Forza 7? I mean, also there's the speculation that they're gonna touch on, the sim side of it more than they did with Forza 6. But it's obviously all speculation and rumors and stuff at the moment. So, I mean, what would be your hope for what Forza 7 would give to the community that's going to be different from what Forza 6 has got you now?
Can I tell you what my worry is? Can
Sure.
I go the other way?
Sure.
Yeah.
They're going to look after the steering wheels.
Yeah, they said they're going to concentrate on those more with 7.
Is that not a natural evolution of a racing game, though?
Yeah, maybe. But
I mean, obviously, Mao, you were one of the ones who, you took me aside there for that hour. I still remember when I was on Forza, and showed me, and gave me a pointer of how to control, myself on track, and it led, to where I am now.
Mm-hmm.
Had you not taken that time aside to show me, I probably would have got rid of Forza 6 and never been on P cars. So, do you not think it's just a natural evolution to come from when you're racing something?
But not everybody can afford to just naturally evolve to a wheel.
I don't.
Have you tried a wheel, Mel?
Naturally, yeah, I've used a wheel before. I used a little handheld one on an Xbox 360, and I've had.
He's tried biggies.
Yeah, I know.
He did try biggies too.
Twice I've had to go on a proper wheel setup.
Yeah.
Biggies was one. I can't think who the others. And it's good, and I like it, and it's close to driving a real car because you've got your wheel, you've got your gear stick, you've got your pedals, and I really enjoy it. But consoles are about a control pad in your hand as a natural base of what's normal.
Yeah, but that's not where racing games are going to anymore.
I see where you're going with that, Mal. But then
it's just not where racing games are headed anymore. Racing games are headed more into the series. To be honest with you, you've seen all the other sport games. The footballs, the FIFAs, excuse me, all these games. They've just gone more and more, and they've gone crazy. Where the racing games, they were a niche. They were a niche crowd, and now, literally since iRacing and a lot of these on the PC have really brought racing more up to the forefront. More people are getting into racing, and those people who don't want a PC game. Because as good as iRacing is, it's expensive. It's an expensive habit.
Money.
Yeah, it's an expensive habit.
But
consoles are a more manageable way of doing money, and they're just naturally going to go that way because the racing crowd is growing.
I mean,
but why are they coming over?
Why are they coming over?
Why are they coming to console? Is it because they like what is on console? So therefore, is it not a risk of losing all this new trade if you change what you've got? There's a difference between the type of driving between Project Cars and Forza. We all understand that. There's a huge difference in what you get when you get on track. What sort of driving experience?
Well, that's why you make them both ways.
Should you change that?
Well, no, because that's why you make them both ways. I mean, a lot of people will sit there and say, oh, well, Project Cars, that's mainly for the steering wheel crowd, blah, 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 sim, all this stuff. Well, I hate to burst everybody's bubble, but, yes, he just bought a wheel and he likes it, but one of our fastest racers in the GT3 league, actually, he always puts in the fastest lap times for his entry for the night, was LRT Breeze. And for the longest time, he's been on pad, and he's the fastest racer we got. And for those of you in GLC who know Junior, he's faster than Junior on a pad on Project Cars.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean,
you
I
have
think
both options.
pads are always going to be there. Yeah, pads are always going to be there, and you look at some of the fastest racers on PCAR, especially, they still don't have a pad.
I think
But then-
what it's going though with
if-
Forza is because there's not that same transition on Forza. Forza is built around a pad, and steering wheels are secondary on Forza, and that's why the steering wheel aspect of that game has not always been, shall we say, up to snuff. Hasn't been always as good as it
It's
could
like
be.
up to snuff.
We-
You got
some
some really
people-
weird terms you do.
some people have been very happy running in our Forza leagues and just racing in our community on Forza
Mhm.
and not wanted no more. Then they get the wheel, then they move on to Project Cars because they've got a wheel.
But it's
I
just because
didn't.
Forza. That's because Forza does not have that great of a wheel system. It is not the
Mhm.
same type of experience. Junior's the same way. Junior loves Forza, but Junior realizes what he can do with a wheel on Project Cars that you can't do on Forza because it doesn't give you the same type of control as you can with. And that's why his aspect was, well, I'll race Project Cars with my wheel and I'll do Forza with the controller because I can control the car better with the controller. And I think that's
Well, this
why
was-
Forza is really going to start concentrating on the wheel when it comes to Forza 7, is because they realize they're losing that wheel crowd because they realize there's better for wheel racers now.
Yeah, I think that's the problem.
I think for me, if I had any power, I would say, and I think this is quite a cliche thing to say when it comes to Forza, is stop giving people cars.
Oh,
There's enough cars. I think.
yes, there's
I mean,
too many cars to me.
Do you think it needs more tracks?
I think they need a better balance.
I can see why they keep giving cars. You're talking about the longevity again. And Forza,
Yeah.
if you don't include Horizon, because that's a different type of game,
Mhm.
Forza, the racing track game, comes out every 2 years. So you want to keep that audience for 2 years. So what people talk about all the time is what cars are missing. So you keep giving them cars, and it gives them that longevity. And I think there's a lot of talk about the tracks. You know, do they have to pay for licenses for the rights? And maybe they've got good reason. But these companies are making millions and millions out of us playing their games. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
money
it-
shouldn't be an issue.
people talk about that licensing stuff. Is okay. What was the excuse for taking? Now, arguably, a lot of people say Forza 4 was still the best Forza. Okay.
Yeah.
And they had so many tracks in there that weren't licensed. They were recreations of some tracks, but also their own little creations of tracks that people liked. Why could you not keep those in the game? Is there something going on with Forza where now you're trying to
even
keep
make it
only
DLC?
real tracks? Or what?
Well,
I saw no reason to take those
To
tracks
answer
out of the game.
Ewok's question, I think, yes, we should get more tracks. And I think that would be a huge thing. I mean, if you look 2 years for Forza 6 to Forza 7, after 1 year, you know, bring out a track pack, give us another 5 tracks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
On COD, you get maps. Every month or two, you get a pack with more maps. That gives you something fresh to play on. So don't just give us cars, give us more tracks.
Which
Just
is
like a
exactly
season
what
pass kind of
Project
thing.
Cars did. Project Cars, they'd give you one free car every month, but then they'd also give you they'd come out with every couple of months they'd come out with a pack with like 4 cars in it, and then every few months they came out with 3 or 4 cars and a track.
I mean, when you look at the Porsche pack coming out of Forza, the track, what's it called?
Virginia,
Track, Virginia.
which is a great
Awesome
track.
track.
Yes, awesome track.
Really good track. Now, if that'd be me, I would think, okay, well, this one's been, an absolute storm, an absolute hit. Let's follow up. Let's follow up with something else. And something else. Because I know Mal was like a schoolboy when that came out. Porsche pack.
Yeah.
it's one pack he was waiting for, was the Porsche pack.
But you bring up that Porsche pack,
when it came
Ewok.
out.
You bring that up, but then this is where now Forza slides backwards, and I don't want to make it sound harsh, but it's where they kind of screw the customer, is because they give you that Porsche pack, they give you all those different Porsches, they give you that track. Oh yeah, cool, and then they come out with the NASCAR pack. Now they want to charge the same exact money for that NASCAR pack. They give you a track, okay, but then they give you, oh, we're giving you 20 cars. But what reality is, they gave you 3 cars with 17 paint jobs,
some color paint on.
That was
no
insulting.
one uses the tracks because not everyone's got the pack.
Right.
You don't use the track.
But I just thought that NASCAR pack was insulting. I mean, because you have trucks in the game. Why couldn't you create the NASCAR trucks to go with the NASCAR cars? And it was just, I thought that was an insulting pack to charge that kind of money for such poor quality.
I agree, but the Porsche pack was a bigger insult.
Really? How do you say that?
They knackered all the cars. They're rubbish. They're not competitive.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're rubbish.
But
You don't see many people use Porsche.
No, because they're too hard to tune.
On Forza 4,
Yeah,
they were excellent. They were great fun.
the thing is that was something I found as much as I enjoyed Forza, and I did, was that I personally found there was a lot of vehicles that you couldn't really race.
No.
I mean, I suppose the reason there's so many vehicles is probably because the GLC smash up so many on the one down on the airfield every single week. Forza has to release more vehicles just to keep up. Do
We've spread our wings on that.
Yeah.
Have you?
We smash up on different tracks every week now. It's just amazing, though, to get clean, intense driving for 1.5 to 2.5 hours. It's such a good release to get everyone on there. So this time around, you actually meant to hit each other. It's good.
I tell you what, though, I'm hoping for some good intentions and some good additions to Forza 7. I hope they really do make the steering wheel aspect of that game much better and a nicer experience. And I mean, because honestly, this is a wheel tune, this is a controller tune. Well, there really was no difference because I did wheel tunes and people used them on their controllers. So that was all bullshit. Exactly. So that was all bullshit when it came to, there are differences. There wasn't differences. But if they really do something to where it is an enjoyable experience with the wheel, they take care of some of the other issues I have with that game. I absolutely hate the tire model on that game. But if they take care of stuff like that and it comes out to where it's playable for me, I'd be more than happy to go back to playing some Forza as well as Project Cars. But if it's just going to be the same old, it's just something I'm never going to go back to. And I find that sad because I have friends in the GLC that still only play Forza, and I'd like to race with them again.
I've got a question for you then.
What's that?
The actual Forza circuit game, is it poorer because of Horizon?
You talking about the difference between Motorsports and Horizon?
No, I'm talking about the time and energy they put into Horizon for a year to bring that out. They should be spending that on the next Forza circuit game.
Well, that's hard to say because that's actually made by two different developers. Playground makes the Horizon series and Turn 10 makes the Motorsport series. So they both only take 2 years for each game.
So in that case, the ones that make the circuit game, if they've got 2 years to make the bloody thing, why can't they make it better on launch?
Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, I think, and this is why they came out with the statements that they do, that they were hiring somebody from the sim world to work on the steering wheel aspect of the game. I think they realize they need to address some of the more sim aspects of the game, because now that other sim games are actually on the console, to where, Forza ruled the roost when it came to Xbox. There was no simulator racing games. There was no really good racing games, other than maybe Grid. It was decent when it first came out, but the second one sucked. It's just, I think they realize they have competition now, and they need to do something, or they're going to slide backwards very, very quickly and very hard.
The way I see it is that Forza is, Forza Horizons, they're pretty games. They're vibrant, they're colourful.
That's just a
they're
straight out
engaging.
arcade racer to compete with Need for Speed.
They're engaging, but then, I think it's now time to move on. Hopefully this comes out with Forza 7 into the circuits and what have you. It's time to start looking at all the technicalities of it. Sort of having a really nice looking car, and it looks fantastic, and can paint it the way you want it, but does it handle? Is it actually drivable? I think now the whole gaming community as a whole, yes, you can release a game that looks good, but we want it to actually function good as well.
Yes.
But I'm going to switch this up because we're talking about P-cars and Forza. I want to get Mal's take on F1, if you don't mind, Mal.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the first season is just coming to an end. We've got 2 races left. Obviously, we've just done Mexico. It's kind of exploded from where it started. I kind of sort of want to get your take on, is it what you want it to be? Is it become something bigger than you thought it was going to be, and and what have you? Give me the juice.
Okay, the juice is, it's been a plan that's been in the wings since the F1 before it came out.
But it was so shit.
If 2015 was a better made game, we'd have had leagues a year sooner. So it's like when the last COD came out, Black Ops 3. The one before that, if that was a better COD, we'd have been trying COD a year sooner. But because it was a crap one, we had to wait for the next one and hope it was better. And 16 come out and blew us away. And it put every racing game that has ever been made to shame. It's that good. They put such a good package together. There's very little lag. If people lag out, it's probably their connection, not the game. And
yeah, they do have good servers.
They've really got it sorted. And the in-game is just unbelievable. You yourself, Ewok, we do a race for near enough an hour, and it's busy for a driver. Whether you're in action or not, you're busy. You've got a team talking to you. You've got to check your tyres, check your fuel. They're telling you it might rain in 10 minutes. And there's so much going on. It really is. When you watch a real F1 race on the telly live, and you've got that 2 weeks to the end of the season, and it's between 2 drivers, and it's a big race, and you get that race where there's a lot going on, and you watch it for an hour and a half when you watch a live race, and at the end of it you think, bloody hell, that was busy. And it's like that every race.
Yeah,
it really is.
We get that now on Project Cars if you purchase the add-on apps to run alongside. And I personally run the crew chief, and he's always in my ear. He's telling me when I've got somebody coming up behind me, whether I've got somebody to my left or my right. He's telling me how far behind the pace I am. He's telling me, if I have a problem with my car, whether my fuel looks good, what the weather condition is, what the track condition is. I'm constantly getting that information into my ear from my crew chief, which just makes the game that much more immersive and awesome.
I mean, the one thing is this. It really it's my first F1 game. MTT 99 got me into it. I have struggled. It's my first season. I'll be honest. I have struggled through the season, just trying to find a rhythm. But the one thing that I do appreciate, I do like with the game, is the in-depth part of it, because you have to do it while you're racing. Now, this is really weird. You have this little, you press B, brings up its whole display. You can go through, the state of the car, fuel, tires, brake pressures, temperatures, all that sort of stuff. But also, there's also the audio side of it. So there's there's 101 questions you can ask Jeff, your pit crew, and he would love that information. But you've got to do this while you're racing. So and sometimes you go, oh, I didn't get that. Can you say it again? And you got to try and hold the button, say what you need to say, and then let go of the button before the next corner. As you're constantly thinking, you're constantly thinking all the time, and watching your tires. And there's some guys who run a tire for 30% and get a flat, and there's others who'll run it to 85% and they'll still stay on track. It just depends if you ride the curbs and stuff. So that depth of it, I do really appreciate it, and I'm in awe of it. The depth of the game. When you consider the speeds that you're doing as well, it takes very little for you to ruin your race. The slightest contact, and that's you're done. You're out.
I'd have to say F1 has been a great addition to the GLC.
It really has. It's got the chat buzzing. It's a great
night. That's whoever uses the chat. It's just the F1 racers.
Well, no, it's just binary and
oh no, I see Greymeister, all those guys in there. Those guys are just chatting away all the time.
F1 has been, I would say, F1 has been key to seeing a change, a very significant change in our dear friend Superior Rain, in the way he approaches race.
Well, that, and he's also using a wheel now also.
Oh man, well yeah, he's got the Fantech wheel, but he spent an hour Parch Monk, and it was for Singapore. It was kind of helping get on the track, and Monk said, "I'll get you 2 seconds off your lap."
Yeah, you talked about this last week.
He kept his promise. But whatever he told Kev, Superior Rain, he stuck with him, because he is now flying. I mean, he's doing stuff, doing passes and taking corners the way he's never taken them before.
I took him out because of it. He caught me out.
He's a complete new racer. He has this confidence, this aggression on track that it's hard. I mean,
I went on the outside of him on a corner, expecting him to do what Gentleman Superior Rain normally does, is to back off, get out of the way, and in the old days actually come off track so not to impede me. But the little bugger took me on.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was just stopped. I was quite happy that I've been one of the slowest in F1. That if we're gonna have somebody behind me, it'd be Kev. Now, I'm either fighting to make sure Kev doesn't overtake me, or I'm trying to chase him down. And the pace he has now is amazing. It is. It's like two different drivers. It's amazing how it is.
So what do what do you see now in the future when it comes to F1 at GLC? Mal, what exactly is going to be going on with that? Is we just going to be moving straight into another season? They're going to be taking time off. What's up with that?
Oh, strike while the kettle's hot. Keep it going. It's not like Forza that does short seasons and then have a break and then a cup and then do this and then talk about another league, another test night. It's a constant thing. We need to get season 2 banging. With a couple of weeks to go, this week we start the member feedback. As you know, we like to hear from all our members and see how they like things done. The league master is Looney Tune himself, and it's his call. He had a vision on how he wanted his leagues run, and it's his shout how he runs his leagues. We support him in our ways with providing him with the website side of it. He's got his sidekick, Maverick, Trojan. But it's down to him. He knows what his vision is. So we've got the member feedback starting. We'll have all that back, and we'll have had admin meetings before this season finishes, so that Looney can then decide how to set up next season, and it'll be set up and it's bang, let's go.
Awesome. That's just excuse me. I just have to say that again, F1, just a spectacular addition to GLC when it comes to the race club. Couldn't have asked for pretty much I'd have to say probably uh, the best league we've got going right now is just F1 and Project Cars. Yes, we've grown, we've exploded, and we're making a move to just become better and better. And Forza, as always, we started with just Forza. So Forza is just the rock that holds everything together. We're always going to have those racers that just love that game. And by right, you should. It's a beautiful game. It's a good game. There's just some people have issues with it, and now that we have other options, that's what we do. You may hear me say negative things about Forza once in a while, but it's not that I hate the game. It's just that I have issues with the game, and I have another option. So it's not that I don't want to play Forza. It's just I have another option, and it makes me sad because I do miss racing with Mal. I hardly ever get to hang out with Mal anymore, and it sucks. It really does.
Yeah, it does,
To be honest,
buddy. To have a year like we had before Project Cars got fixed and you guys took the time to try and build in the early days when you started running your your Project Cars project,
Mhm.
you know, it was just, it's what gaming was all about. It made the website worthwhile, and it's what we built GLC on. The FIFA was established, and initially that was run as a separate website, and it was nothing to do with GLC. So what us guys did on Forza, the fun we had, that's what built GLC. That's where it's come from, and we're about to hit 1,000 members. It all came from Forza.
Does that mean we're getting a bonus when we hit 1,000 members? I did
Yeah,
hear a rumor.
You get a half a crate of
Secret
bananas.
envelope.
Well, actually, I was going to treat you to some iceberg lettuces, but that is a shortage.
No, that's in the shops. Oh no, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if you're getting this in the States.
Yes. No, what you're
shortage.
actually going to get, Ewok, is you're going to get.
Yep.
You know how much Mal
I
loves
can't
the whip.
believe that.
Oh, yes.
Rationed
But
lettuces.
usually I
All
look to
things
see if it's
ration.
Woodle that's using it.
I feel real
Lord.
bad for Woodle. I really do.
Why?
Moving to the area he moved to, he didn't realize there was no good internet, and so because he doesn't want to try and connect with an inferior internet service and spoil anybody else's time, he has chosen just to not participate, and I feel really bad for him.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that. Oh,
I mean,
that's shite.
It's, feeling is it could be for a long time as well.
Damn, man.
The good thing is he's outside of a major city, and hopefully they take it serious enough to fix the availability. But it could go on for a long, long time. And Woodley is that kind of guy. He's happy if he knows everyone else is around is enjoying it, and he wouldn't dream of spoiling someone else's race time or Xbox time.
Yeah.
But
He
he
needs to
just
get
simply won't
Plusnet.
join
That's
unless
not-
he's good enough for it.
Plus,
I think it's Minusnet he's with that week.
I don't know, but
Do you know,
all I know
I
is
just
it's
got that,
feels
and I
bad for him.
was thinking, I'm not going to react to that. Oh my lord! Do you know, I'm going to ask a question. How are you doing on time, Kelly? And the only reason I'm asking this is because obviously last week was a little bit long.
An hour and 20 minutes.
Really? Oh shit! Do you know we don't do too well with this this hour thing, do we?
It's because
Really?
we talk about what's there to talk about. That's all there is to it.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
not-
going to blame Mal.
We're not actually rambling this week, so
No, we're not. No, last week was a bit of a strange one because it was the first week back in, and anyone who did stay up late enough when they were watching it, listening to it, to listen to the end of it, will realise it kind of just deteriorated into us emptying the bottom of the barrel of what was in our head at the time. Really struggling to find stuff to talk about.
yeah. Now this week
Um,
has been nothing but information. Which is the new thing which we've been bringing is talking about games that are coming up. We didn't really talk about games we're playing right now because they pretty much haven't changed. But we did bring up the new games coming out with again the Tom Clancy's Wildlands.
Wildlands.
Me, as course, talking again about Mass Effect Andromeda only because the new trailer for the game has dropped. And all this new information about GLC that we've brought Mal in to give. So a lot of fact-filled information, things people will want to know, and that's what we've brought them this week. So pretty much that's all we've got for this show right now. I want to thank Merlin Mal, which is his full gamer tag, for joining us to bring us the new news for the new improved GLC. So do be on the lookout for that. I appreciate it a lot, Mal. Thank you for showing up.
It's always fun to come and join your podcast, guys.
Wow,
Nobody got a fucking choice.
Well, he does,
Get
and
the
it's
party
always
now.
he does, and it's always nice to have him. He's always welcome to join in to bring us more information about what's going on. And we need somebody who can talk about FIFA and Forza and stuff. So he's always welcome. But for me, Gallifrey Madman, and my cohort Dirty Ewok 75, and our guest Merlin Mal, thank you for joining us. We will see you next time. Have a good evening.
Take it easy, troops.
So long, sucker!